I just love talking about the Board of Peace. And I love even more that billions of your tax dollars are paying for it. And just in case you've been living in a Fox News household and you don't know what the Board of Peace actually is, it's what Trump announced at Davos, and he called it the most prestigious board ever formed. He named himself chairman for life, literally, for life, with no term limits and sole authority to nominate his successor per the charter. The charter, by the way, does not mention Gaza once at all, but it was sold to the world as a Gaza rebuilding initiative. Permanent membership cost $1 billion. Viktor Orban, he signed up. Vietnam's Communist Party chief signed up. France, Germany, the UK, Canada, Norway, and Sweden, they all declined or were uninvited. I mean, Canada's invitation, it was rescinded after the Prime Minister offered mild criticism of the Board of Peace's vision. Trump, he said that he wants to spread things out to other things once Gaza's done, which is an interesting sentence from a man who chairs an organization with no term limits and no oversight. And before I get to this $1.25 billion of your tax money that's gone, I need to tell you about an amazing new honor that our country just unveiled. The America First Award. Because while Congress can't pass a budget, cannot fund the DHS, can't pay TSA agents who are working without paychecks during a 40-plus day shutdown, House Speaker Mike Johnson found the time this week to create a new award, specifically for Donald Trump, which was announced at the NRCC fundraiser dinner on Wednesday night, featuring a Golden Eagle statue.
The president has done so much for the American people, and we want to honor him in some small way, some token of our appreciation for his leadership. And so tonight, we have created a new award. We're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to honor him with a new award that we'll present annually from this point forward. But he is the suitable and fitting recipient of the first ever America First Award. We can think of no better title for what that is. That's this beautiful golden statue here, appropriate for the new golden era in America.
And it's time we stand and say, this beautiful golden statue, Johnson said, appropriate for the new golden era in America. And he called it the first ever America First Award. And he said it would be given annually from this point forward. And Johnson also told the room that Trump works literally around the clock to fix every issue and is solving all of the domestic problems. America First. What a concept. I mean, America First means taking care of things here at home, in America, right? Before we send money overseas, before we fund foreign reconstruction projects, before we let Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, develop real estate in a bombed-out territory at a discount because the demolition has already been done courtesy of Israeli bombs. America First would mean that TSA agents get their paychecks. America First would mean that low-income home energy assistance programs would keep lights on for families who can't afford their power bill because of the gas spike from the Iranian war. America First means you don't take $1.25 billion from international disaster funds and route it to a $1 billion overseas slush fund with no accountability, no audit, no Palestinians on board, and your son-in-law as the one outlining the development plans. That's what America First means, right? Right? The Golden Eagle has left the building. And yeah, let's talk about that $1.25 billion. Because this week, the State Department quietly transferred this $1.25 billion in taxpayer money to the Board of Peace. And they drew it from funds previously designated for international disasters and peacekeeping for the peace president. Funds that existed for other purposes. And when asked, the State Department had no comment, of course. Meanwhile, the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace analyzed the structure of the Board of Peace and concluded it is a wholly Trump-controlled body meant to rival the United Nations with complete discretion over how to spend billions of dollars of donor contributions. No conflict of interest rules, no auditing mechanisms, despite a resolution establishing principles of financial integrity. There's no accountability to Congress, which was not consulted on any of this. And Jared Kushner, the president's son-in-law, has an extensive and lucrative business tie to the Middle East, all per PBS outlined in the development plans in Gaza. Meanwhile, Senator Catherine Cortez Masto is introducing legislation to redirect $1 billion of those funds to low-income home energy assistance program because American families cannot afford their power bills right now due to the Iranian war energy spike. And her argument, maybe this $1 billion blank check to a board that won't say what it's doing with your money should maybe go to the Americans. America first, right? Who cannot heat their homes. Seems reasonable, and it will not pass. Why? Because Mike Johnson is busy making a golden trophy. America first indeed. And we've covered what this board actually is. The World Bank estimates that Gaza reconstruction will cost at least $53 billion, potentially over $70 billion. The Board of Peace has already received pledges of $17 billion in total, with $10 billion coming from the United States and $7 billion coming from the Gulf states. Again, no accountability structure, no Palestinian representatives on the executive board, no major Western democracies participating, and a chairman who is also simultaneously the president of the country that's providing most of the funding. Slush fund. The financing consortium for the Ellison-led media deal that's trying to buy the CNN networks also includes the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund and the Qatar Investment Authority. Same entities that are contributing to the Board of Peace. You think they're going to get fair media coverage on CNN now? Doubt it. Everything connects to everything if you follow the money. And yet, the State Department or anybody has a comment. $1.25 billion gone, up to $10 billion pledged. But hey, at least Trump got his golden eagle. America first. Am I right? And if you actually want America to stay America first, then subscribe. Hit the notification icon. Because every time that a story like this comes out and the mainstream media ignores it because of financial interests, we're still going to cover it. And we want you to be notified.